For mail body, use correspondence rule. So within this, address the requester. Address the requester with his first name. With his first name. Address the requester with his first name. Full stop. Next. What is next? 2 emails should be taken from the user. 2 emails should be taken from the user. 2 email should be captured from the user customer details screen or either. 2 emails should be taken from the user. So user is the mail ID. Email. So application will give the mail ID of the user. To that email you want to send the email notification. Okay. How to take it from operator and all we'll see in declare trigger example. This is the trigger scenario. Okay. So this is done. So we'll go ahead and work on this one tomorrow. So what? See, heroes konjam starting 10 minutes late. I know this fresh రేపు మొత్తం 1 hour చేద్దాం ఇది. Okay. So in the meantime, if you want to go ahead and read about the correspondence rule, DSS entries on the PDN. చదువుకోండి ఏం అర్థం కాదు DSS గురించి చదివినా. Okay. I'll tell you. రేపు చెప్తా ఎలా యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి, ఎలా ఎంట్రీస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలనేది. No. See, when you are sending email notification to multiple users, the separator is different from your mailbox. If you are going to use from mailbox Outlook, semicolon. Gmail means comma. Some other mailbox something else. So that way is not correct. You should not frame the emails like that. If you write emails 10 emails comma comma comma, it will work if you are sending from Gmail. In future, I am changing my mailbox from Gmail to Outlook. What should happen? You have to change the business logic. So that is not the correct way. We'll see in the declare trigger. We'll see. So once you are done with this routing, declare trigger చెప్పేస్తాను. Declare trigger తర్వాత routing చెప్తాను. Okay, అయిపోతుంది. DSS is there from beginning. Applying 6.1 లో ఉంది, 6.2 లో ఉంది, 5 లో ఐడియా లేదు కదా. Instead of correspondence, you cannot use paragraph. Paragraph, if you create, use that paragraph within correspondence. Okay. Instead, in place of correspondence, you cannot use paragraph. Paragraph rule you create, use the paragraph, include the paragraph rule in the correspondence. You can do that. Correspondence can be included into correspondence. Correspondence fragment కూడా ఉంది. అది చదివచ్చు నాకు చెప్పండి రేపు. ఫ్రాగ్మెంట్ అంటే క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు. కరస్పాండెన్స్ నిన్న మొన్న యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ కార్డ్ యూజర్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ డ్రాగన్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. Good morning, everyone. 9 match can wind up for today. We will work correspondence every match. కాదమ్మా నేను 11 చెప్పాను కదా సాటర్డే. నేను యాక్చువల్గా బయటకు వెళ్తున్నాను సాటర్డే నాకు వెహికల్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ అని. సో ప్రాబబ్లీ 6కి రా ఈవినింగ్ 6కి వస్తే నేను ఎవరు ఉంటా 6:30 కల్లా వస్తే ఆ 2 hours కూర్చొని చేసేద్దాం. లేదు అసలు 6కి కావాలంటే సండే అంటాం. ఎలా అయినా సాటర్డే సండే పెట్టేది సండే మార్నింగ్ 12 o'clock చేయాలి. ఓకే ఆ పని చేద్దాం. సాటర్డే మార్నింగ్ 8 o'clock 8 to 10. Okay, what is that we are discussing? OBJ seva rule set చెప్తానా? Okay, we'll log into our application. Check in check out చేసాం కదా, జస్ట్ చెక్ ఇన్ చెక్ అవుట్ చూసాం అంతే. దాన్ని ఎప్పుడు అట్లా నేర్చుకోవాల్సిందే కానీ ఒక్కరోజు చెప్పేదేమో. See here, what is that rule set? See, we are going to see basically about rule set. Okay, we are not going to see in depth. In depth, we will be learning again later. Okay, going forward. So, yes. So, rule set and rule set questions we are going to discuss here. So today I don't have anything like rule set at all. Okay, I don't know what is rule set. There is no rule set at all. Okay, so in your application development, everyone following, right? Rajesh, can you please mute from your end? Thank you. Siddharth, Sridhar, Rakesh, Rajesh, Prasanna, Lakshman, Naveen, Meenakshi, Lakshman, Kumar. Lakshman, why you are still here? Lakshman? Thank you. Kanchana Simha, Ashok. Hey, who is that joined with name? Okay. So, see, in your application development, see, I am going to develop the code on my machine, on my laptop, right? Okay, my laptop is there. I am developing whatever that I am developing on my machine. The same thing, I want to move from my machine. I copy all the things which I have done here, and I want to get the same things onto your application, your PRPC environment. Okay, this is called the process of build and deployment. We are not discussing about it. Okay, so in your application development, you will have different machines available. Like, say, first one is development environment, development server, different servers. Machine means servers. Development server. Second one is testing server. Okay, and third one is suppose live server. Live means end user slash production. Live production server. Okay, so see, this is the way you will code. Your application PRPC will be installed here. All the users will log into. You will be provided with development server URL. All the users will be log into here. Development server. You will develop something. Okay, you will create two screens, flows, flow actions, properties, whatever it is. You will do the things here in the development server. So once you go ahead and do the things in the development server, testers want to test it. They will not jump onto development and test it. They will log into a server, testing server, and test it there. So whatever you have done here in one machine should be available in the testing server now. Another machine 2. That means you need to move your code from development server to testing server. This is process of build and deployment. Leave it. This moving only we're talking about. Okay. See, I want to move the code today. I have developed, say, suppose 10 rules I have created, 5 properties, 2 sections, and 1 flow I have created. 10 rules I have created in Pega. 10 rules I want to move. So how you move the way, we are not going to discuss about it now. Just we think about it functionally. Okay, 10 rules I want to move. Means what should I do? 10 rules I need to copy and move the rule one by one. Mentioning the rule one by one, I have to move. Okay, 10 rules, okay, fine, I have moved it. Say suppose I have 100 rules which I want to move. So your work is a bit difficult now. Okay, one by one 100 rules moving is difficult. So I have a team of 10 people, 10 resources, okay, working on the application. Okay, so they have together developed 10,000 rules total. Okay, they have done 1 year development, 10,000 rules they have developed. So now I want to move 10,000 rules from one machine to another machine. So it is very difficult. I cannot do this one by one rule moving and all. Okay, so this is one purpose we are talking about rule set. So today there is no rule set. Now I came across with one concept called rule set. So when you create a new application in PRPC, this is creating a rule called rule set, if you observe. Okay. So whenever you're creating any rule here in Pega, say suppose property, section, flow action, whatever it is. When you're reading a new rule, it is asking for the rule set. Leave about version, we'll talk about it later. It is asking for rule set. What is the rule set that you are going to keep this rule in? Okay, see, your rule set is like a container or it's like a box which holds the rules into it. Okay, so this rule set will be assigned to the rule when you are creating the rule itself, like this. When you are creating the rule itself, PRPC will ask you what rule set. This rule set will be created as part of new application creation which we have done in the first class. Okay, so now what I will do? So I have created a rule set called rule set A. Name of the rule set is rule set A. So I told my team I have created a rule set A for the purpose of keeping the rules into this rule set. When you are creating a rule, make sure that you are going to put this rule in the rule set A. Now all the people together created 10,000 rules and they kept all the rules into rule set A. When moving from one machine to other machine, I want to copy the rule one by one, right? Now what I am doing is, instead of one by one, I am mentioning the entire rule set name and taking the rule set and moving it to the other environment. Okay? Instead of taking rule one by one, I am going to take the entire rule set and move the rule set itself. Okay? So now, rule set is like a container or box which holds all the rules into it together. When you are going to move the rules, you can go ahead and take the entire rule set, the box entire you will take and move it. So your work is now easy, right? So now see here, this is the one of the purpose of rule set. There is another purpose also we'll discuss. Okay. So now see here, I have a project. Okay. So I have divided it into 3 releases. Okay, 3 releases means 4 months, 5 months, 4 months. 4 months, 1 release. So this 4 months, whatever the code I develop, I will move it into the production. So next I will start again. Okay, next 4 months, whatever the remaining rules I created, only that rules I will move. Next 4 months, remaining rules I will create. Okay, move. Okay, so my team has developed. I have given up rule set A. 4 months is my development. And the rule set which I have given them is rule set A in the application XYZ. Okay, so for the first 4 months, first release, they have created 10,000 rules. Okay, 10,000 rules in rule set A. Okay, and then I have moved 10,000 rules by mentioning the rule set name. Done. So the next 4 months, sorry, first 4 months, next 4 months, second release. In the second release, they developed 10,000 rules in set A. So now I'm moving rule set A to other machine. How many rules will we move? How many rules it will move? 20,000 rules are there initially. On top of it, I created again 10,000 more. So now it will move 20,000 rules. 10,000 rules will be overridden. Copying 10,000 rules, additional time waste, and pasting 10,000 rules, again additional work that we are doing. Next, third release. So the team has only 10,000 rules. So within the same rule set A. So now I am moving the rule set A. How many rules it will move now? 30,000 rules it will move. That means 20,000 rules are overridden. Right? So I find it is difficult again with the rule set. So I do not want this again. Okay, now I find this is difficult again. Okay, so what I want to do is am doing the next move, I do the mode. Only new one which I have created for this release. So with this, I came up with a solution of rule set version. I am going to come up with a solution of rule set version. See, I am telling now, okay, our application is ready. I have created a rule set A and version 1. I'll talk about exact versioning, how it appears later. Version 1 I created. Okay, so your development should be there in version 1. Chairs okay, version 1. I asked everyone, see, when you are creating a rule for this 4 months, you go ahead and create all your rules in rule set A and also version 1. See here, when I am creating a property, it is also asking the version. This way of version, I'll talk about it later. Generally, we'll understand now. Okay, I told everyone rule set A version 1. Everyone created 10,000 rules in rule set A version 1. When moving the rules, I mentioned I want to package the things from rule set A version 1, copied all this and moved it. 10,000 rules moved. Next release came, so I want to use the same rule set. I am using the same rule set A, and I created a new version for you guys. Go ahead and code your rules within version 2. Same rule set version 2. When I am next time moving, 10,000 rules are created in version 2. I will mention rule set and its version. Okay, so chairs just 1 second online. room అది కాకుండా వేరే ఉన్నాయా ఖాళీగా? అది కదిలియొద్దులే ఇప్పుడు, లైక్ కింద వరకు రాదు. ఈ చైర్లో కూర్చో, అది ముందుకు ఇచ్చే చైర్. జాగ్రత్త ఫ్యాన్. Okay, so I mentioned rule. I created a new version for this release. Everyone go ahead and create all the rules in the new version. Okay, this started. I will bring chairs. So any marches the plastic. Okay, rule set A version 2. Okay, so version 2 means everyone is created in version 2. When moving, I mentioned rule set A version 2. So how many rules will be moved now? 10,000 only. It will take only from version 2 copy it and paste only version 2. So next release I have created version 3. Okay, I asked everyone to version 3. So this has solved my problem of redundancy. Okay, and overriding. Okay, clear? So this is one purpose of the rule set, and version has another purpose. I'll talk about it later. Okay, so this is the purpose of rule set which we are going to see for now. Okay, clear? Any questions? Any doubts? Clear, right? So now write down rule set. So technically speaking about the versions, I'm going to talk about it in few minutes. Yeah. Who is this?
Can you say what is this release? First release, second release, like that?
Hey, first release, second release means it is a term that will be used in projects. First iteration, second iteration, some people will release only. Yeah? Release means what we have to do. See, the time, the duration in which you are going to do your development. First release means this release is for 4 months. After 4 months, I am going to release the data code from development to production. That is what the technically speaking release. There will be a release team to do this tasks. Build and release team.
Okay, you are saying about finished product.
Yeah, finished product. 4 months is one release. Next 4 months is second release, third release. Okay, like this.
Right.
Okay, so what is that we are talking about? Rule set, right on? Rule set is like a container or box. Rule set is like a container or box which holds all the rules into it. Which holds all the rules into it. All the rules into it. And which will be used for the purpose of versioning, and which will be used for the purpose of versioning the rules, which will be used for the purpose of versioning the rules. Okay, this is clear. See here now, See, the initial version of the rule set that PRPC creates is 01-01-01. So what is that it signifies? Let's take an example of the version is equal to 02, 04, 09. Okay, three numbers, three parts. The initial one, which you'll see here, 02, the first part is called major version, and the other one, the middle part, is called minor version, and the last one which you see here is called patch version. Okay, see, it's your understanding which version to be updated at what time. Okay, it's in your hands. PRPC will not generate automatic versions. You can go ahead and after 01-01-01, the next version, generally speaking, it is 01-01-02, so on 01-01-99. So once this is done, 01-02-01, there is no 00. Okay, so like this it will proceed till 01-99-99, then it will come to 02-01-01. Like this it can be proceeded to 99-99-99. That's it. You cannot reach it. Okay, so like this your rule set increment, versioning increment order. Okay, so how to create a new version and all we'll see. Now see here, major version. See, today you have your application serving you have a banking application. It is serving the purpose of accounts, third party transfers, cards and all. Tomorrow you are going to consumer operations, this and all it is serving. Tomorrow you are going to introduce a new business into your banking called mortgage bank. So this is a major change to your bank or just a simple change? I am going to introduce a new banking, mortgage banking. So it's a major change to your application or it's a simple change that you can do? It's a major change. So to identify the major changes, when you are going ahead with your new application development, you will update the major version part. So the major version, when say suppose your development is like this 01-01-01-2 till 88 you have reached. Suddenly after 88 you have created a new rule set version 02-01-01. That means there you have started. Maybe if it is a regular, it has reached 01-99-99 and 02, that's a different case. Suddenly you dropped there and you increase the version to 02-01-01. That means your application is affected with major changes. Okay, so your understanding you have to update. No, I will do in 01-01-89 only, you can do it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so like this your major version identifies, major version when you increment it, it identifies the major changes that happen to your application. Okay, now the next one, minor version 04. So I have developed my code up to 01-88-01 is going on. So suddenly I jumped on to 01-89-01. So you still have 01-88-02, so on 01-88-99, you have left it. You have jumped from 01-88, sorry, 01-88, and you are now today people are working in this version. So after this, how many versions are there? 01-88-02, 034, so on. Before you start 89, you have 98 more versions are there. But suddenly you have created a new rule set version for the new development called 01-89-01. So this identifies the minor changes to your application. That means you are going to introduce some new flow actions into your application. Two flow actions, new screens you are introducing, something like this. Okay, it's your understanding and you will proceed. How your technicians decided, you have to follow that. Otherwise, you have to design it accordingly. So next thing. So patch version, that means minor version identifies the minor changes that are being happened to your application from there itself. Patch version means suppose your regular development will be in the patch version increment order. Okay, and your bug fixes will come to patch version. Your regular development of enhancements, small changes to your application. Okay, some business logic small change, UI some small changes, and the bugs that are there you are going to fix. You will update the patch version and create a new patch version and work on it. So the patch version identifies new changes to your application where in which the changes are smaller. Okay, so this is your understanding and you have to follow in this way. That is how PRPC has designed this. So your regular development will be 01-01-01, 01-01-02, so on, continuously. Okay, so clear? So we'll go ahead now and see how to create a new rule set version. Right now, the default version. So right now this, hang on. A rule set will be created. A rule set will be created. A rule set will be created when we create a new application. A rule set will be created when we create a new application. The default rule set version that gets created, the default rule set version that gets created, the default rule set version that gets created, the default rule set version that gets created is 01-01-01. This is the initial version. This is the initial version. This is the initial version. Okay. Next, write down example version and write it. You will better understand. Example version equal to different numbers you write down 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 6. Okay, so write down where initial part 02 is equal to major version 04 is equal to minor version and 06 is equal to patch version. 02, 04, 06 major version, minor version and then patch version. Clear? So this is what the significance. You know, major changes, minor changes, patch, small little changes. Okay. So write down how to create a new rule set version. So from today onwards, every Monday we are going to create a new version. We are going to work on it. Okay. You need to remind me every Monday. Before we start, we'll create a new version and work on it. Okay. So 1 week release. How to create a new rule set version. See, now I want to open the existing version before I create a new version. If you open any rule in your application so far, whatever you have worked on, you can open the rule and here you will see a link, rule set link. You can click on this and you can open it. Otherwise, open the application rule and from there you can open it. That one I will show you later. Okay. So right now, open any rule in our application, like a property or whatever it is. Open any rule and click on the rule set link. Click on the rule set link. On top here you will see RS. Click on the rule set link. Okay, I am going to click on this link here. Here if you go ahead, see, this opens the rule set rule form. Here you will see version 1 is available. So in version 1, how many rules are there? 67 rules are there. Okay. So 67 total rules. Rules currently checked out means the rules which are we have not checked in so far is 0, 1. Sorry, 1 means one rule is checked out. Remaining all are checking only. The purpose will be learning later. I want to create a next version 01, 01, 02. I am going to create now. Okay. So this will open the rule set rule form. Click on the plus icon here. Right now, once you click on the link, it will open the rule set rule form. Click on the plus icon there. Click on the plus icon. It will show this pop-up. Write down rule set name equal Wells Fargo, version equal to 010102. See here, by default it updates to 010102. Next patch it will take. It's up to you. Okay, I do not want this. I want to go ahead with next major version. Say suppose you do not write down. I can go ahead. It's in my hands which one to change according to my requirements. Okay, 01. For now it is 010102. Okay, version and description. I am going to change it to what is this month? September. September 4th week. 4th week release. So people will understand from the description. If you are working 4th week September, okay, which rule set version I don't know where to code. At least I'll go here and see the description. I'll understand.
So even when the user is created, can everyone see that? Means everyone who is part of this application can see that?
Only developers,
Only that.
not users. Okay, only developers. Okay, so 01/01/02 September 4th we will create. So it will create a new version. It will add a new version. Okay, and then save it. Okay, done. So now see here, when I am going to create a new rule in my application, previously you have seen it is asking for this rule set version. Now it will ask for 2 versions, out of which you can choose one. So I asked everyone, this is a second release, create in second version. But there are some guys, they don't know. Okay, they are still creating in first version. Though it is first release is done, version 01/01/01, I asked you do not use it. Go ahead with 01/01/02. Because it is available 01/01/01, I am creating in 01/01/01. Some people have created in 01 without knowledge, and some people they followed it and created in 02. So I have knowledge like everyone is creating in 02, I will move 02. So what will happen? Loss of data. Okay. Now when I ask you to work on some specific version, I will make sure that the other version is not available to you. Okay, that means I am going to lock the other version. Okay, the version 01/01/01, I want people to create the rules. I want to restrict the people creating rules under version 1 after I have version 2. So what I can do, I will go ahead and lock the previous version. See here if you expand this one, by default it is like this. If you expand version 1, here you see lock and save. Click on the button lock and save. It will ask the password for locking. But what it displays, this version cannot be locked because it has checked out records. Means this rule set version has one rule that is being checked out currently. You need to check in that one before you lock, and then every rule is checked in the rule set version. Then you have to go ahead and lock it. That will not be available to users for further use. To create the rules. Okay. So write down next. Locking a rule set. Locking a rule set.
How to find out which rule is checked in?
Yeah, here you go. I'll tell you. I'll show you now. Write down. Locking a rule set. Write down. A rule set can be locked by its password. A rule set version, not rule set. Locking a rule set version. A rule set version can be locked by its password. Full stop. Before locking a rule set version, see why we are learning this?
You can follow the release management.
Today onwards we are going to follow the release management process. Creating in multiple versions rules. It can be a new rule. The same rule can be available in 2 different versions. That we are going to learn. Okay, say suppose today I have created a screen in version 1 which I have locked. Tomorrow changes have been coming. Okay, the screen I want something additional to be added. Version 1 is locked, I cannot make changes. I need to create this rule within the next version, new version. So we'll talk about it later. Write down.
State could be created data same record created in city state.
State code. Yeah, we can make it single property. Yes, we can make it. I'll tell you how to do it. So simple. You instead of in the states and cities table, create in the top class, data class. Wells Fargo data. WFR Wells Fargo data. Create one property state that you can use in states and city table commonly. Okay, I'll show you that. Going forward, we'll do that. Next, what is that you're writing? Yeah, before we log the rule set version, make sure all the rules in that version are checked in. All the rules in that version are checked in. Check in and make sure all the rules in that version are checked in. So now, how would you know which rules are checked out and all? Okay, see here there is a number that is getting displayed. If you click on this number and go ahead here, one section is checked out. So this is the section. Okay, you can click on this, it will open the section here, you can check in. Otherwise you can click on this private icon. This will show the rules which are being not checked in. Okay, if you click on private icon, it will show this section is not checked in. Open this section and check in. If it is only one rule, you can check in. If it is multiple rules, I will show you later. Bulk. We'll go ahead with bulk check-in process only now. Sir, must make sure all the rules are checked in. Okay, right now, checked out rules can be seen through the private wizard. Through the private wizard. Checked out rules can be seen through the private wizard, which will be available beside search. It will be available beside search. Okay, checked out rules can be seen through private wizard, which is available beside search. Search button, search in the text box. Okay. See, you know how to check in single rule. One rule how to check in, you know already. You open the rule, there will be a check in button. Click on that, enter the comments and check in. Comments entering is mandatory. We'll see now how to bulk check in multiple rules. Right on, bulk check in multiple rules at a time. Here I have only one rule, right? I'll check out two other rules and show you. How to bulk check in multiple rules at a time. See now, how many checked out are there? 3. Going to one by one check in, entering the comments and checking in is difficult. We need to bulk check in. Okay, watching multiple rules at a time. Okay, now, right now, click on the private wizard and choose bulk actions. Click on the private wizard and choose bulk actions. Okay, so here when you choose bulk actions, click on bulk actions. I'm going to click on this now. Look at here, everyone. See, once you click on bulk actions, it will show all the rules which are checked out. You need to check in all the rules. Select all. Select all. Comment is mandatory, right? Instead of entering comment here each one by one, you can enter a bulk comment here. Okay, say suppose testing something like this. And if you click on insert, it will insert the same comment to all the rules. You can do this or you can enter individually. But commenting is mandatory. Okay. So right now, select all and bulk prefix equal to enter some text and click on insert. Select all. Okay, bulk prefix equal to some text and click on insert. So it will insert the text only. We need to check in now. See here, click on start. Click on start. It will check in one by one. All the rules. Click on start. So I'm going to click on start now. Look at here. Once I click on start here, it will start this one. Checking in all the rules. Done. Checked in. Everything is checked in means you'll see something fails. See an into mark red color. Close. Once checked in, close. And if I refresh this, here you can see now the checked out records here are 0. Totally 68. Checked out records are 0. Now, right now, open the rule set rule form, expand 010101. Open to lock the version 0101. Right now, to lock the version 010101. To lock LOCK. To lock the version 010101. Okay, open the rule set rule form, expand 010101. Open the rule set, expand the version 010101. Okay, here you go ahead on lock and save. Click on lock and save. So here you need to enter the password and confirm password. Okay. So what is the password you can give? Any password you remember. Okay. For my remembrance password, I'm giving rules. It's anything that you can remember. Okay, usually it will not be shared. It will be there with the tech leads. It's not your work. Password and confirm password. Give any password that you want. Save and save. Save and then save here. That's it. This has been locked now. Okay, I am going to restrict the people creating the rules in this version. Say suppose see here, if I am creating now, it will show only 02. 01 will not be available at all. Okay, clear?
హర్ష మళ్ళా చెప్పరా అది?
So you
Click on,
because
click on, yeah, open the rule set, expand the version, click on lock and save, enter the password and confirm password, click on submit and then save.
చెకింగ్ చేసేటప్పుడు అప్పుడు మనం కామెంట్స్ ఇచ్చాం కదా, బల్క్ ప్రిఫిక్స్ అంటే టెస్టింగ్ అని ఇచ్చాం కదా, ఆ తర్వాత స్టార్ట్ అని కొట్టాం, తర్వాత మళ్ళీ స్టాప్ అని కొట్టాలి. అది
స్టాప్ కాదు, క్లోజ్ కొట్టాలి. స్టార్ట్ చేసాం కదా, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ కంప్లీటెడ్, యూనిట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ క్లోజ్ బటన్. అక్కడ మీకు అది అర్థమవుతుంది రిజల్ట్ చూస్తే. ఓకే, డన్. This one lock and save, and you enter the password what you can remember and enter the confirm password and submit and then save it. Okay, this has been locked. Further, if you are going to create rules, it will not show in the version 010101. Okay, so now see today what we are working on, we are going to create a flow, workflow I am creating. Okay, one workflow I have, process, yes, flow. I am going to run the flow from here. Chapandi.
Before it was showing complete rules as 68, right? When we are, so this rule set belongs to only the property or else complete class group?
Rule set will be there available for many rules. When you are creating a section, see here flow, flow action, property. Any rules will be associated with the rule set. There are some rules which will not be associated with rule set, which we will be seeing later. Okay,
now we
almost all the rules.
Property only, right?
What is that?
We log the rules that's belonging to property.
No, yeah. See what we have locked now. All the rules we locked are only the rule, locked properties. We locked all the rules in that version. That's it.
Okay.
It's not only properties. Version, if you are going to lock anything that is there in the version will be you are locking. Okay. So now see here. So from this moment onwards, see initially I am creating a flow and I am going to run the flow from here. Okay, this is a developer part, right? Okay, I am a developer. I have access to the flow. I am going to run. I am going to log in as a manager. Manager at the rate developer, right? Rules. Manager wants to create a which will accept the customer data. He's seeing this flow now. How to run the flow. So work can be created by using this create dropdown. Okay, in this create dropdown, you have to see the flows, but you are not seeing it here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and see how to make this available to other users. Other than the developer, the flow should be available to run by a manager, a user, someone else. Right? We need to make our flow for running by manager. Again, as a manager, I want to create a new work where I can give the personal vehicle details. So means what I have to do? I have to run the flow. How would I run it? Manager does not have access. I need to provide that access to the manager now. It's not providing access. I'm giving him the capability to run the flow. Okay. So from this create button, you can go ahead and he can go ahead and create the work. Okay. He cannot see the developer portal and all. This is something different called manager portal. Okay. So today, because I am a developer, I am going to log in here. Admin at the developer rules. I am creating workflows and I am running the workflows from the action dropdown run. This needs to be available to other manager, user and all. Okay, write down. How to make a workflow? How to make a workflow available to be run by other operators like manager, user, etc. How to make a workflow available, how to make a workflow available to be run by other operators like manager, user, etc. Whatever that you want to write down, you can write. Okay. See, as a developer, where we are running the flows from, opening the flow, action drop down, run. Okay, that is not the case. Okay, right down. See here, you will see here application menu. In the application menu, you need to open your application. Right down, open the application from the application menu. Open the application from application menu. Okay, I'm going to open the application from application menu. So look at here. Okay, not chain. Open the application from application menu. Okay, I'm going to open it now. See, once I open the application here, this is application rule form. See, here are rule sets defined. You can open your rule set from here also if you want. This is what I told previously. You can open from another place. This is the other place where you can open it from. Okay, so fine, that's fine, leave it. So here, definition tab, cases and data. Go to data tab. Go to cases and data tab. See here, use the checkbox to include case types in the create menu. I'll talk about case types later. We are not creating case type, we are going ahead with only workflows today. So I'll write down my workflow name here. What is my workflow name? You write down exactly capture customer details. This is the workflow name. FL and select this checkbox. Just look at here, implementation class. Where is this flow available? In which class? So you need to write down that class. Okay, this is the flow name which you have tried. You will not get in the drop down. The class name you will get in the drop down. Okay, where is this flow? One is enough. You are not required to assign all the flows. One, if you assign, it will show all the flows, and then save it. Save, log out and log in. Log out and log in back using manager operator. Log out and login back using manager operator. What is the manager operator ID? Manager@FR, password is rules. So this is for the end users. Previously what we are doing is for our purpose. See, on top you see create. Here you are getting the flow names, customer details flow, personal vehicle testing. If I click on this customer details flow, I should be able to access. This is how you will be able to access the application in real time from a different portal using the create icon. On top, create menu will be there. From there, you need to create the work. Here, mute shade online. Kanchan, can you please mute? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, running the flow, workflows. Creating work means running the workflows only. Okay, so log in with manager. So click on the create menu and choose the flow which you want to run.
Harsha,
Okay, adjust the. If you add one, everything will come. See, mostly you will have only 1 or 2 or 3 flows in your real-time process flows. I'm talking about the flows which will create a work object. There are other flows which will not create work object. Those will not be available here. This is done. So create and choose this one. So I'm going to log off now. And this portal you can also access from here. If you want to access the manager portal, you can click on launch and manager. From here also you can access. Okay, so we'll be learning more about this later. And also in this create button for developer also you will see new create customer flow. You can run this way also. Okay, after you have done that one only, in the create button it will be available even for the developer also. Okay, so now someone is asking something. What is that? See, why we have done this step, adding to the application and all. As a developer, you know how to trigger the flows, but other users have to trigger the flows, right? So we are making the flows available to run for the other users. That is through the create menu. Okay, if you want to be available from the create menu, you have to add it in the application rule form under cases and data tab. Okay, so once you add there one flow, it will make all flows available. So now see here, when I am creating a flow today, okay, what I am doing, okay, I will create it in a new one. Okay, I will create a new flow, say suppose create process flow testing. Okay, this new flow I am creating. This is how we are doing every time. And then what we are doing, process tab creates a new work object, save, and then we are running it. Okay, either this way or from create you can run, either of the ways, right? So why we are doing this checkbox? To create a new work object. Okay, so check out. I am not going to do this checkbox. So it will create a work object or it will not create. See, if I run this, see, it will create a work object. You can't run. It is creating a work object even though I do not check it. Check that checkbox. Okay. See, if I do not check this checkbox and save and then check in what you do not check it doesn't matter at all. So action drop down, you see run icon. If I check this checkbox and save, action drop down, you see run icon. In either of the ways, it is creating work object even though I select it or not. So come back to the diagram tab. You will see something here, one warning. What is the warning message? This flow is in draft mode. Draft mode suppresses most of the errors. This flow will not execute in production. Remember to turn off draft mode before moving it to the production. Okay, that means whatever the flows so far we have created in draft flows. Here you'll see on left top corner of the flow rule form, draft on means draft mode is on currently. So you need to go ahead and click on this to turn off the draft mode. Draft mode is turned off. Say suppose here I do not. Okay, I am going to switch on the draft mode, and I am going to not select this flow action. Nothing I have selected in the flow action part. Okay, nothing is there in the flow action. It's empty flow action. Okay, and then I am going to save it. It is saved without any errors. I am going to turn off the draft mode. See, it is giving errors. So what is that? Flow action is mandatory. So when this is draft mode is turned off, flow action is being mandatory. I have to select the flow action, then save it. So in the process tab, I have selected creates new work object and save it. Now the errors are gone. And under the action drop down, run icon is available. If I run this, and I am going to uncheck checkbox of creates a new work object and I am going to save it. Now it will not create a work object. It will not create a work object means in the action drop down, though the draft mode is turned off, as the dot mode is turned on and creates a new work object is not checked, in the action drop down itself, you will not see the run icon. And this flow will not be available in the create drop down also. Okay. So the flow which does not have the capability to create a work object will not be available here in the create dropdown. Okay, and the flow which does not have the capability to create a work object will not be available with a run icon, run option under the action dropdown when you turn on the draft mode, turn off the draft mode. If the draft mode is on means the flow is a draft flow. What is the meaning of draft flow?
In the development.
Draft mode means it is still in the development mode only. It's for demonstration purpose you are doing. It will not accept. It doesn't require your flow actions to be added. Nothing is required. You can draft it for the demonstration purpose in the development mode only. Okay, if you want it to be available in a running mode in the production, you have to turn off the draft mode always. Okay, when you are working with an enterprise version, by default it will create a flow with draft turned off. Okay, but home version it is working like this. Okay, so from today onwards, when you are creating a new flow, you have to turn off the draft mode, go to process tab, creates a new work object. If you turn it and save it, action drop down, run icon is available. If I not select this checkbox while I have turned off the draft mode and action drop down, I cannot run the flow. Okay, so you are not required to write down, you can remember it. Okay, this draft mode, there is nothing to write down. When you are creating a flow, new flow going forward, put a star mark and write down. Going forward, creating new flows, turn off the draft mode. Going forward, creating a new flow, turn off the draft mode. Okay, 2 more points. Going forward, creating a new flow, turn off the draft mode. Write down. Okay, so next, when the draft mode is turned on, the flow will not run in the production. The flow will not run in the production. Okay, clear? So this is what we are going to do. Going forward, we are going to create all our rules in the new rule set version. Going forward, you are going to access whatever the development you have done. I am not going to do that. You have to do it. Check in all the rules, log out of developer, go to the manager portal or user portal. User@developer or manager@developer, create button. From there you access the flow and test it. That's how you need to practice. And turn off the draft mode. See, if the flow is in draft mode, PRPC will not consider that this flow is being deployed. It is still in the draft phase only. It will not save the work objects and all in the production. The production. Production and development and the value into the system and a value. A value 5 ఉంటుంది ప్రొడక్షన్ దాన్ని బట్టి చేస్తుంది డెవలప్మెంట్ లో 2 ఉంటుంది ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్ కాదు so this is the PRPC level 2 production level 5 means it is the production system 2 means it's a development system. Okay, దీన్ని బట్టి అది తెలిసింది ఇది డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అని. Okay, so this is about workflows, adding it to the manager portal for access purpose, and you can go ahead and create a draft off. You have to switch off the draft going forward. So tomorrow what we are going to see in OBJ save చూడాలి. OBJ browse is done. OBJ browse with report definition, database, and all we have seen. Okay, so OBJ save, OBJ open, OBJ delete is not required. Yeah, we'll see all these things. Okay, you get an understanding of tables, UI and all. Okay, so మీరు UI మీద కొంచెం గ్రిప్ ఉండాలి చేసేపాటికి టేబుల్స్ మీద గ్రిప్ ఉండాలి. టేబుల్స్ ఏ క్లాసెస్ క్రియేట్ అవుతున్నాయి, ఏ క్లాసెస్ లో ప్రాపర్టీస్ క్రియేట్ అవుతున్నాయి, UI లో వాల్యూస్ ఎంటర్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏ పేజ్ లోకి వెళ్తుంది క్లిప్ బోర్డ్ మీద. So when you enter the data into UI, which page it will be going into on the clipboard? A page online guys. So I am going to run a workflow and I will enter the customer details. The customer details will be posted back to the clipboard onto which page?
PY work page.
Those people who have learnt already from other institutes, I am not expecting answers for these questions. I will ask you the questions later. Other guys have to respond. So it will go into PY work page that you need to remember forever. Okay, so database, when you fix the data, it will come on to table page. Okay, we'll see that tomorrow. So we are going to work on OBJ save to understand how to save the data back to the tables. Okay, so write down the scenario. OBJ save, write down the scenario in the meantime. OBJ save. OBJ save, what is the purpose of OBJ save? It is used to insert the data or update the data to the tables. Okay, write down the scenario. Implement a new functionality. Implement a new functionality. Create customer. Implement a new functionality. Create customer. Full stop. Right down. Create customer workflow. Create customer workflow. Accepts the customer details from UI. Create customer workflow. Accepts the customer information from UI and saves it back to the customer table, and should save it back to the customer table. Save it back to the customer table with a unique customer ID. With a customer table with a unique customer ID. Customer ID should be like cust 1234. Cust 1234. Right on. It should be generated at runtime. It should be generated at runtime from the work object ID. As shown below. So after that, the number we are talking about, right? The number should be numeric number from work object ID. Numeric number from work object ID. For example, if work object ID is equal to and the C-123, customer ID equal to ఏముండాలి cust 123 ఉండాలి. Okay, for work object ID equal to 123, customer ID should be cust 123. Okay, done. First 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have to do this. If you want to do this, what are the rules you need to create? Create first thing create gel. First thing create gel. What we have to create first? First we back links రావాలి. Okay, back end links రావాలి. First ఏం చేయాలి? Table create చేయాలి. First database లో table ఉండాలి. Table is there. Then you need to go ahead with UI and logic. UI లో customer data screen already ఉంది. You need to create an activity with OBJ save method, which will take the data from UI and save it into the table. అట్లా చేయాలి. Okay, write down the steps. రాసాక వదిలేస్తాను. Write down. To implement this, follow below steps. To implement this, follow below steps. Follow below steps. Write down. What is the first step? Create a table customer with required columns. Create a table customer. So when I say customer, what is the table name? Table parent. FFR, Wells Fargo, data, customer. Okay. So create a table customer with required columns. Next, second step in here. Create user interface. Create user interface, and next step, create activity with OBJ save method. Create activity with OBJ save method. And workflow ఎలా అయినా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, మీరు తర్వాత చూసుకోండి, అది రాయాల్సింది ఉంది. Step 3 is create activity with OBJ save method. Okay, done. So these are the steps we have to do. Go ahead and do it. Try it. First రెండు కంప్లీట్ చేసి ఉంచండి. థర్డ్ది మీకు తెలియదు కదా. First two you can complete it. Second one is already completed. We have already user interface available with customer details. First one, when you are creating, what are the columns you need to create? Customer ID, primary key, and remaining columns are the columns similar to customer details screen. First name, last name. Yeah, address in a sense. What? Yeah, age, gender, state, city, zip code. These are all the columns. Phone number, email address. These are the columns we need in the table. అది క్రియేట్ చేసుకొని రెడీగా ఉండండి. ఓకే, యూఐ ఆల్రెడీ చేసింది. థర్డ్ స్టెప్ ఒకటే మనం రేపు చేయాలి. ఓకే, నేను చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పను ఇంకా మీకు. టేబుల్ ఆల్రెడీ మీకు చేయడం వచ్చు. కాలమ్స్ తెలిస్తే చాలు మీకు చేసేయగలరు. ఓకే, రెస్పెక్ట్ డేటా టైప్స్ కూడా చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి కరెక్ట్గా. ఓకే, సో యూ కంప్లీట్ దిస్ వన్ అండ్ విల్ గో అహెడ్ అండ్ వర్క్ ఆన్ ఇట్. And one more thing is, your payment should be done tomorrow or day after tomorrow. First, ఎవరైతే 4,000, 5,000 pay చేస్తున్నారో they have to do it by first. Okay, remaining people you can do it by 5th. Half of the amount you have paid, right? You can do it by 5th. ఎవరైతే 5,000 అట్లా చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళు రేపటికి చేసేయండి. ఎట్టి పరిస్థితి. ఓకే, రేపు కానీ ఫస్ట్ అంటే మళ్ళీ సాటర్డే వచ్చిందా? ట్రై టు డూ ఇట్ ఆన్ మండే. ఇంకేం చేద్దాం. ఓకేనా?
హర్ష
ఒక నిమిషం చెప్పండి.
హర్ష, మేజర్ వర్షన్ అనేది ఎలాంటి సందర్భాల్లో?
మేజర్ వర్షన్ you will update when you are expecting major changes to your application. అదే చెప్పాను, suppose you have an application today with the insurance application which you have vehicle insurance. You are going to introduce a new insurance called personal insurance. That is major changes to your application.
Okay.
Okay, like that. Okay. Any other questions from anyone else?
Yeah, actually I have a question.
Yes, Siddharth.
Arsha, what my question is, version creation and all things are clear actually. I just wanted to know one thing. How do we create the branch version?
Branch toolsets are different. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, and that's fine. And one more question, Arsha. Actually, yesterday we created state and the city related that in data definition. How do you implement in these things in activity? Actually, you told me that yesterday.
No, come again. What is that? State and city?
Yeah, state and city we have, yesterday we were created state and city, right? That is fine. I have done that.
Report definition.
Report definition. Sorry.
Same one if you want to implement using activity you are asking for, right?
Yeah, in activity.
So you will use it this way. Okay, activity here, obj browse. The browse, you need to pass the parameter to the activity like how you have passed to report definition. Here you will mention state code is equal to parameter dot state code. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Anyone else have any other question?
హర్ష,
చెప్పండి.
ఈరోజు ఇది డేటాబేస్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను. మనం అప్లికేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు డీటెయిల్స్ ఇస్తాం కదా, అది రోల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం.
అర్థం కాదు. అప్లికేషన్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన
తర్వాత నేను యూజర్ ఈ రోల్స్ ని క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది కదా విత్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ నేమ్ తో.
ఏ రోల్స్ అండి? మనం ఏం చెప్పుకోలేదు.
అది ఈరోజు డేటాబేస్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత అది బిఓఏ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ యాక్సెస్ అడిగింది. ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తారా?
నోట్ డేటాబేస్ నోట్ లెవెల్
యాక్సెస్ రోల్ అడిగింది.
యాక్సెస్ రోల్ see here when you select here node only the access group ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి మాత్రమే యాక్సెస్. ఇంకా ఇది రావాలి
because of selecting node.
Because of selecting node, other ones it will not ask.
డేటా లోకి డేటా రాలేదు.
ఫస్ట్ లాస్ట్ డ్రాప్ డౌన్ లో డేటా రాలేదా? ఎందుకు రాలేదు? యాక్టివిటీకి సోర్స్ ఏం వాడుతున్నారు?
డేటా సోర్స్ యాక్టివిటీ పెట్టాను. డేటా సోర్సెస్ యాక్టివిటీ పెట్టాను.
యాక్టివిటీ పెట్టారా?
వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
హలో, వినపడుతుందా? ఓకే, డేటా సోర్స్ యాక్టివిటీ పెట్టినప్పుడు యాక్టివిటీ వరకు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది, పర్మనెంట్ గా డేటా వస్తుంది యాక్టివిటీలో. చూసారా?
హలో,
చెప్పండి. నేను అనేది మీ యాక్టివిటీ రన్ అయ్యి డేటా వస్తుందా?
అంటే నేను డైరెక్ట్ ఒకేసారి ఫ్లోని రన్ చేస్తాను.
మీరు టెస్టింగ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, మీరు ఫస్ట్ యాక్టివిటీ రన్ చేసి చూడండి.
ట్రేసర్ లో అన్నేమ్డ్ అని వచ్చింది.
మీరు స్టేట్ సిటీ డ్రాప్ డౌన్ చేస్తున్నారా? స్టేట్ సిటీ ఇప్పుడు మీరు కరెక్ట్ అయిన మిషన్ లో ఉందా? పిఆర్పిసి ఆల్రెడీ అన్ని స్టార్ట్ చేసి రెడీగా ఉన్నాయి. ఐ మేక్ ఇట్ యాక్సెస్. అది చెప్తాను, మొత్తం వస్తాయి కదా సిటీస్. సెట్ తిరగకుండా Lakshmi, I am not able to see your screen. It is maybe it is loading up.
నా స్క్రీన్
నాకేం ఇక్కడ రాలేదు. ప్రయోజనం మళ్ళీ ఇస్తున్నాను, ఆగండి. యాక్సెస్ నేను ఇస్తున్నాను, యాక్సెస్ యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయండి. I have given you access. Show me. అదేం డిరెక్షన్ నేర్చుకోండి, క్రియేట్ చేయడం నేర్చుకోండి. చాలా ప్రాసెస్. I can see your screen. Go ahead.
Okay. This is the
activity, yeah? This is for which one? Scroll down. మీరు ఇక్కడ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఏమి ఏంటండి? ఇక్కడ కోడ్ పేగా లిస్ట్ ఇచ్చారు. అసలు మీరు క్లాస్ ఫాలో అవుతుందా? మీ దగ్గర నోట్స్ రాస్తున్నారా? రాయట్లేదు చెప్పండి. మన నోట్స్ లో ఇక్కడ ఇలా లేదు, ఇది ఇలా లేదు, ఏమి ఇవ్వకుండా కోడ్ పేగా లిస్ట్ ఇస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది? వాట్ ఈస్ ఓబీజే క్లాస్ మీనింగ్ ఏంటి?
డేటాని బ్రౌజ్ చేయడం. ఇక్కడ మనము ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నోడ్స్ అని ఇచ్చాం. ఒక్క నిమిషం, ఇక్కడ ఇది ఇచ్చారు ఆబ్జెక్ట్ టైప్ లో
ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చారు. ఓకే, యాక్టివిటీలో ఓబీజే క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి? యాక్టివిటీలో మీరు రాశారు, ఫస్ట్ లో చేసినప్పుడు రాస్తారు వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఓబీజే క్లాస్. నేను చెప్పాను, పక్కన బ్రాకెట్స్ లో కూడా రాసుకున్నాను. ఓబీజే క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి? యాక్టివిటీలో
యాక్టివిటీ యొక్క నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి.
యాక్టివిటీ నేమ్ కాదురా, ఏం రాశారు? నోట్స్ లో రాసించారు చాలు.
యాక్టివిటీ అని రాశారు,
దాని పక్కన ఏం రాశారు? అది ఏం క్లాస్ అని రాశారు? ఓబీజే క్లాస్ అంటే ఏం క్లాస్ రాశారు ఓబీజే క్లాస్ అంటే? దట్స్ ఫైన్. మరి రాసుకోవాలండి నోట్స్ చెప్పినప్పుడు. మీకు టైం చాలకపోతే నన్ను అడగండి, నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే, ఐ టేక్ టైమ్ అండ్ టెల్ యూ. దిస్ ఈస్ ద టేబుల్ క్లాస్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ యు ఆర్ బ్రౌజింగ్ ద డేటా. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడి నుంచి మీరు బ్రౌజ్ చేస్తున్నారో డేటా అది రాయాలి. రాశారు అది మీరు నోట్స్ లో? రాయాలి కదా. సి, మీరు ఇలా మిస్టేక్స్ చేశారనుకోండి, నాట్ ఈవెన్ లెర్నింగ్ బేసిక్స్. ఆ ఇంప్రెషన్ వస్తుంది నాకు. మీరు కోడ్ నేను అనేది ఏంటంటే, ఇక్కడ ఏది ఎందుకు ఇస్తున్నారు అనేది మీకు తెలియాలి, ఉన్న చేయడం కాదు. యూ ఆల్రెడీ డన్ యూజింగ్ యాక్టివిటీ, మీరు క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు, అయిపోయింది. డేటాబేస్ కి నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్కి వచ్చారు. నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ మిస్టేక్ చేశారంటే, ఫస్ట్ లెవెల్లో మీరు చేసినప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయలేదు నాకు. సో వాట్ యు ఆర్ గివింగ్, వై యు ఆర్ గివింగ్ హియర్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏ క్లాస్ ఉండాలి, ఏ టేబుల్ నుంచి డేటా ఫెచ్ చేస్తే ఆ క్లాస్ ఉండాలి. ప్లస్ పోనీ ఈ క్లాస్ తీసుకున్నారు, ఈ క్లాస్ తీసుకున్న తర్వాత మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏమైనా ప్రాపర్టీస్ తీసుకున్నారా? తీసుకోవాలా. ఏ కాలమ్స్ ఫెచ్ చేయాలనేది తీసుకోవాలా. మరి డేటా ఎలా వస్తుంది? రాదు కదా. సో హియర్ యూ నీడ్ టు టేక్ ద టేబుల్ క్లాస్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ యు ఆర్ ఫెచింగ్ ద డేటా. యూ నీడ్ టు టేక్ ద కాలమ్ నేమ్స్, విచ్ కాలమ్స్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఫెచ్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్. అది చేయండి, వచ్చేసింది.
ఈ పాయింట్ రాయడం అక్కడ రాసుకోలేదు.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు నోట్ చేసుకోండి, కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి నోట్స్ లో. ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైంది కదా, అవి చేయండి. ఓకేనా? ఓకే అండి, ఫైన్. నెక్స్ట్, ఎనీవన్ ఎల్స్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
రేడియో బటన్ నేను కండిషన్ రాసేటప్పుడు స్మాల్ వై యూజ్ చేశాను, ఇక్కడేమో క్యాపిటల్ వై ఇచ్చాను, అందువల్ల
వర్క్ అవ్వలేదు. సేమ్ ఉండాలి. ఓకేనా?
అదే నా క్లాస్ విన్న తర్వాత ఆన్లైన్ లో.
ఓకే ఓకే, చూడండి అక్కడ వీడియో చూడండి.
ఈ ట్రేసర్ క్లిప్ బోర్డ్ అది చెక్ చేసుకోవడం కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గా ఉందండి. నిన్న మీరు డేటా పేజ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు టాప్ 5 సెట్టింగ్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళి టాప్ 5 రూల్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు ట్రేసర్ లో.
టాప్ 5 రూల్ సెట్స్.
అక్కడ కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. అంటే ప్రాబ్లం ఇన్ ద సెన్స్,
మీరు కూడా ప్రస్తుతాన్ని బ్లైండ్ గా ఫాలో అవ్వండి. టాప్ 5 తర్వాత చూద్దాం అదేంటి అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది మెల్లగా.
ట్రేసర్ లో అన్లిమిటెడ్ గా కాలమ్స్ వస్తానే ఉన్నాయండి ఆ రోజు?
వస్తాయండి.
ఓకే, అదే ఎర్రర్ ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా అవైతే రన్ అవుతుంది.
మీరు ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు సీ ద ట్రేసర్. ప్రతి ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ప్రతి సినారియో ఏది రన్ చేసిన ట్రేసర్ పెట్టి చూడాలి. ట్రేసర్ లో ఆప్షన్స్ అన్ని చూడండి, కూర్చోండి, మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఓకే, అలా చేస్తేనే వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు క్లోజ్ ద మీటింగ్. ఎనీవన్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్?
థ్యాంక్ యూ హర్ష గారు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ, వెల్కమ్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.